because I got a busy day today. It's a lot going on today. It's a Friday, the first week after daylight savings, and so spring forward. So we kind of lost an hour, and yeah, so it's a little different. What's going on? What's going on, family? So really quick, for those of you that don't know, my marketing is my thing. It's something that I kind of eat, sleep, and breathe. And for speakers, a lot of times we don't eat, sleep, and breathe it because most of us are practitioners, right? Most of us want to be really good on stage. We want to command that room. We want to do those things. But if you don't market, then it doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't market, then it doesn't matter, how deep your speech is. It doesn't matter how life-changing your presentation can be. And so I just want to offer just three simple steps, three simple pieces of marketing advice that most of you probably will never follow. And I don't say that to be mean. I don't say that to insult you. I say that because it's so simple that you're probably not going to think that it's that big a deal. But I was on a coaching call Tuesday, and I was, just kind of sharing with my coach some of the success that I had. And I said, all right, now I'm ready to start running Facebook ads. Like, I made this much money from this. Now I'm ready to start doing Facebook ads. And she was kind of like, why? And I said, I mean, because that's what you do, right? That's what everybody does. Like, marketing, you got to put it out there. And she just simply said to me, she was like, well, if what you're doing is working, why don't you just do more of it? And it was at that moment I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So first and foremost, before I give you, the steps that are working for me, I really want you to just, if what you're doing is working, and by working, I mean you have filled your calendar, you're paying your bills, you're like, everything is like, it's working, then do more of that. But probably out of the three things I'm going to share with you, you're probably already doing some kind of iteration of those things. But let's go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, number one, be the best. Be the best. What's interesting about this step is that it is an ever evolving step. So as good as you are today, if you keep working, you'll be better tomorrow. You'll be better the next day. You'll be better. And a lot of times I think, at least me personally, I fell into this. I was really talented. One of the first things that, I kind of experienced as far as feedback as a professional speaker was a group of speakers that had been doing professional speaking said, wow, you look like you've been doing this for some years. You're really good. A group of people told me that when I was in my 20s. Even before that, when I graduated from college, my public speaking professor said to me, out of the 25 years I've been teaching, you're probably one of the best students that I've taught. And so early on, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm good. I'm good. Like, nobody can tell me that I can be better. But that's absolutely false. And a lot of times we fall into it. We're like, well, I'm good. I'm getting paid, blase, blase, blase. But being the best is an ever evolving thing. And as a speaker, we have the unique opportunity to continue to evolve. It's not like professional sports where eventually LeBron's not going to be the best. Eventually, just, Father Time is undefeated. So we have the ability to get better as we move forward. So be the best. How are you the best? You study, period. You're the best by studying, by going over, by listening, by osmosis. I was riding in the car with my wife, Sierra, and she said something as it relates to sports. She doesn't watch sports. She doesn't like sports. But she said something about, Klay Thompson hasn't played and, he's been hurt. And I was just impressed. I was like, wow, that's amazing. How do you know that? And she was just like, Just been hanging around you so long, it just kind of seeps in. It's just kind of, I just know stuff. And the same thing every single day, you should be listening to a speaker. You should be practicing speaking, maybe getting on Clubhouse, maybe getting on live. You should continue to do this. Be the best, period. Not the best compared to somebody else, but the best compared to you. So that's the first thing. The second thing, here we go. Create a better offer. Create a better offer. I spent some time a few weeks ago out in California with Billy Jean from Billy Jean is Marketing. And everybody, it was a VIP day. So I think it was 5 of us. We were just, kicking it with Billy Jean. And one of the guys that was there asked him, well, Billy, how do I make more money with, my product, or, how do I make more money? And we were sitting at a dinner table ready to eat. And he was like, hey, y'all lean in. He's like, this is going to be super dramatic. Like, he built it up. He was like, it's all about the offer. He said, it's all about the offer. And everybody kind of looked at each other like, that's it. He was like, that's it. It's all about the offer. And what's unique about us as speakers and what this pandemic has allowed us to do is we can add so much more value with minimal effort now because of the virtual space. And I'll give you all this because y'all are here. I appreciate y'all being here. This is something, again, you stack, and they talk about it in marketing where you're stacking value. So your live presentation, that's kind of like the highest value thing because that is your time live, right? So that's the highest value. Let's say that that's $4,000, whatever you charge, right? That's the highest thing there. You don't need to discount that because that's your time. But then let's say you have books. Well, Dale, I don't want to ship all my books. Well, either make it an audio or make it an ebook and say, hey, everybody gets copies of this and put a number on it. So 100 free copies of my audiobook, 100 free copies of, and then just multiply that by the price. Then let's say you have an online media library, or maybe you have a podcast and you interviewed a whole bunch of people and you can connect it to success. You give them access to all of that stuff in one place. And maybe you do a follow-up or something, but you can stack all these different things. Right now, just giving people a speech and that's it. Nah, man. You can't do that no more. Like, seriously, create a better offer. Create something better so that then the value, the perceived value goes up. Because then guess what? When the world opens back up for real, that live in-person presentation, now the drop down is, oh, well, I can do virtual. I can do. So you always start, well, my package is whatever it is. If it's $8,000, whatever you want it to be, that's where it is up there. And then you stack that value and then you say, all right, this is what I have to offer. And this is something that I do. I did this just yesterday when I closed the contract. I said, I'm going to show you everything I have at the highest level, the highest level. And then if your budget fits that, great. If it doesn't, then we'll figure out how we can make it work based on what you have. And you just kind of strip things down from the bare bones, So create a better offer. Do like we have an opportunity now to overserve and it doesn't cost us much. Because remember, your time, that live presentation, that's the highest value thing. You don't want to discount that, or at the minimum, you want to discount that last. Here's the last thing. Pay to put the offer in front of buyers. I can't stress this enough. From now on, and for those of you that have followed me, for those of you that are on my email list, that you've been on the training, I did a training, how to get booked to speak at colleges in 30 days. And I broke down exactly what I did to book 23 speaking engagements in January and February of this year, not last year, of this year, virtual. All I did was I had my list of warm people, stress warm people, and I paid them to put my offer in front of them. Hear what I said. I'm going to say it again. I paid them to put my offer in front of them. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go to Speaker Marketing Made Simple, and you can download that. Like, you have to, sign in, put your name and email and all that good stuff there. But I can't stress to you how big it was. How much money did you spend, Odell? Well, for 23 speeches, I had 73 people look at my offer. 73 people. I paid those people $30 to look at my offer. I'm not great at math, so I'm going to calculate it right now. So this says over $2,000, right? Over $2,000. That's how much you're going to pay to, maybe showcase at an event, maybe to do a website, like a nice website or something. That's all I did. That's all I did. Now, the secret, right, is to have warm leads. And how do you get that? Well, I show you how to do that. That's basically what my coaching is all about. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go to Speaker Marketing Made Simple. But that's it. Like, that's the game. But most people won't do it. And here's why. Because with the first step, be the best, most people are too distracted. And sometimes for valid reasons. Got family. Maybe you started to work from home. Maybe your job shifted. Maybe health, right? But you're always going to be distracted. Always. Well, the kids are younger, so I got to pay more attention to them. Well, when they get older, guess what? You're going to have to figure out where they are. You're going to have to make sure that they're connecting to what they have to. It's always going to be something. But a lot of people get distracted, so they won't be the best. So they're going to fall back from that. Create a better offer. Most people are going to think too hard about it. They're going to say, wow, well, I don't have, and I don't. Just create a better offer. Just give more. Just offer more. Maybe you can do a 2-for-1 set. Figure something out and try it. And then if that doesn't work, if people aren't biting, guess what? Try something different. I'm doing this all the time. Like, when you all see, I'm promoting a conference that I'm hosting next week. That conference was a part of the offer that I did earlier this year. I said, hey, will you bring me in to speak? Then everybody that comes gets to come to this conference for free. So that's the offer. I'm figuring out, like, man, like, this is a lot. Maybe I stretched myself too thin. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how it works. But just try stuff. And I tell all my clients all the time, like, all this marketing stuff is experimenting. You don't know if it's going to work. More than likely it will, but you don't know for sure. And then pay to put the offer in front of buyers. I mean, some people just don't have it. You just don't have it, or you don't understand the process. Either way, do it. Do it. Remember, you're running ads. Like, if you're running ads, or if you're thinking about running ads, that's what you're doing. You're just doing it through a third party. You're just saying, hey, Facebook, I will pay you to put my offer in front of other people. All I'm saying is just pay the people. If you know who they are, just pay them. Just offer to pay them. And it works best with warm leads, because cold leads, they don't know you. And even if you have something really good, if I don't know you and you're offering money to me, I'm thinking something is afoot. You know what I mean? Something is awry. So I just wanted to put those things out there to you. For those of you that are looking at this, maybe you're looking at this via Facebook, maybe you're looking at this via YouTube. I got a free masterclass that shows you exactly how to get booked at colleges. You see it on the screen right there. Actually, you can go to collegespeakingsecrets.com. That's what it says right there on the screen. And if you are on Clubhouse, if you're on Clubhouse right now, if you had a question or something, you want to come up to the stage, then that's what we'll do. But for those of you that are live, hey, you can come to Clubhouse right quick, because that's what I'm about to do. But we'll see you on the next one.